what do you get when you mix suspected mobsters, a little Ponzi action, and a whole lot of trust? Trash.
This was the best case I've ever worked in my entire life.
Former police captain Rudy Bassman works at the Bureau of Securities at the New Jersey Attorney General's office. And what he says happened to 207 investors could happen to you.
Hey, Rudy, how are you today?
Morning, Jane. How you doing?
Good.
So we're at the counter at Michael's Diner in Lawrenceville, New Jersey.
So we're talking trash.
We're talking trash. There was a guy by the name of Thomas Giacomo. He put together this company where they were going to buy up 10 mom-and-pop garbage companies. Those mom-and-pop companies were going to be bought out by a much larger waste management company.
So it was presented as a mergers and acquisition investment that was already a done deal. No risk, all windfall.
What makes this case juicy is Giacomo was a convicted felon. His name could not be on any corporate documents.
But to make the plan work, he needed investors, and he got them.
The biggest investor that we had in this case was a famous author, Mary Higgins Clark. She lost over $20 million.
But one investor got suspicious, and he spoke up.
A gentleman that actually rode the back of the garbage truck invested his entire life savings, which was about $40,000. And he signed a promissory note, and when the note came due, he didn't get his money. About a week later, the complainant called me and told me that he had been paid back in full. The complainant not only got his initial investment, but a nice kicker on top of it. That was a classic Ponzi move.
Hush money. And behind the scenes, something else was going on.
Giacomo, what he was doing was he was using the money as I'd like to call his own personal slush fund. We're talking a total of $105 million. Everyone that was somebody in the company, they all got Rolex watches. He loved cars, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Porsche. Again, all of this money was from investor money.
But what goes up, especially in a scheme like this, always seems to come down.
I subpoenaed the corporate records. I subpoenaed bank records, speaking to the investors themselves, who the majority of lost all their money.
When there are mob connections, victims are always scared to talk.
A majority of the people would not talk to me.
And of course, the company collapsed and the con man lost his freedom. Giacomo was found guilty of money laundering, conspiracy to commit mail fraud, and defrauding the IRS. And for that, he got 14 years. But that doesn't give all the investors, folks who thought they were going to make it big in the garbage business, their money back.
If an investor ever hears the word guaranteed, that is probably the biggest red flag for any type of investment, because there are no investments that are guaranteed.
And, as the old saying goes, one man's trash really was worthless.
Thanks for the tip, Rudy.
Anytime.